Hello everyone, I'm your host Tristan Davis and I'm here in Hawthorne, California for the second International Hyperloop Pod Competition. The nearly 700 students represented more than 35 different countries to battle it out and see who had the fastest pod. Now let's go take a look and see what these young innovators have been up to. Stepping into the SpaceX parking lot was something like a science fiction novel. Dozens of teams with futuristic, self-built pods that would travel through a mile-long tube hugging the nearby street. This is no science fiction novel, though. This may just be the future of transportation.
I think what this is really all about is advancing the state of transportation, trying new things that have never been done before that can make an incredible difference to people's lives.
The student competitors were given 11 months to build their pods. Over 1,000 teams applied, but only 25 were selected. 3 of the teams were allowed to run their pods through the vacuum-sealed Hyperloop. Mayor Alex Vargas was in attendance to watch the students compete.
What's actually going through my mind is the days when I was a physics student in college and how much energy you had to put in your studies and the projects that you put forth. And so this is what I see with the students, the passion. I can see it in their eyes.
With Mayor Vargas, Councilmember Olivia Valentine and Mayor Pro Tem Haydar Awad were there to support the event.
Makes me feel extremely proud that Hawthorne is at the frontier of this new technology. Elon Musk is always innovating.
The city of Hawthorne's been dormant for quite some time, so now we're finally getting some traction. We're finally getting some other companies to start looking at us because of SpaceX and these competitions.
The rules were simple. The fastest pod won if it accelerated, successfully decelerated, and didn't crash. Among the teams participating was one of the winners from January's competition, Hyperloop from Technical University of Munich.
This year we came up with a completely new design. We are completely independent in the tube, so we don't use any pusher. We have our own onboard propulsion system, which is basically a wheel driven by an electric motor, and that's pushed against the rail.
Many of the pods rely on the traditional magnetic levitating design, where magnets help the pods float through the Hyperloop at high speeds. Paradigm Hyperloop from the United States and Canada broke the traditional design mold by using an unconventional air-bearing pod.
We decided to go with an air-based system. So basically we hold high-pressure air on board, and that high-pressure air comes out through the bottom of 4 of our air bearings that are based right on the bottom of the pod.
Representing Southern California were University of California, Irvine and University of Southern California. Both tested their pods in open air, but were not part of the vacuum-sealed competition.
We are happy to say that we made it to be one of the only 6 pods that were able to test their pod in the Hyperloop pod in open air. We actually achieved the high speed, and we were the farthest pod to reach in terms of distance in the United States of America.
So what we want to do is we wanted to be the fastest pod. So let's have our onboard propulsion system. So for example, if the pusher is going to push you to a speed of like X miles per hour, we can go X plus 1. We can go more than X.
Elon Musk watched the final pods run, meeting with each team that competed.
The reason I love these things is because it makes me excited to wake up in the morning. And you need these things. You need these things. There's a lot of problems in the world, but if we don't have things that inspire us, what's the point of living?
Germany's team ran the last vacuum pod of the day, crushing the competition by reaching a speed of 203 miles per hour, unheard of for a student-built pod. With no surprise, Hyperloop from Germany took the first place prize for phase 2 of the competition.
We were going like a little bit above 90 meters per second with our pod, and I think it's like the fastest pod like at all now. So we're all like super excited and we feel awesome, and yeah, we just want to, I think, celebrate.
3 additional teams received innovation awards, including the University of Texas for their air-bearing system, University of Oldenburg from Germany for their brake inhibit system, and the University of Wisconsin for their propulsion system. The staff of SpaceX announced there will be a 3rd Hyperloop competition next year. For HCTV, I'm Tristan Davis.